Donald Trump, it looks to me like he is making a kind of we don't have to make a choice style of foreign policy as hard as possible, because he is alighting on the areas where Britain does have a choice, and Keir Starmer is going to make choices between the EU and the US about what he's going to do, and those are the things that Donald Trump is zeroing in on.
Like what?
So, the thing that appears to rile Donald Trump the most, and this formed quite a big part of his remarks overnight, is that he wants to be able to sell, export more American agriculture and food goods into the EU, because they just simply, in his view, don't buy enough. Now, you'll know, Neil, that there's a long-standing reason for this, which is that EU foodstuffs have to adhere to certain standards, and American foodstuffs adhere to different standards. And the sort of trade-off is that often American food products are cheaper, so tick, good. But at the same time, I think the Europeans would say that American food standards are lower, and that you can use things like certain pesticides and that kind of thing in the US.
Coordinated
that you can't
chicken.
use, and all of that, exactly, that you can't use if you're part of the EU. Now, Britain does not currently sign up to European, and forgive the jargon, and I'm sorry for anyone listening, it's called phytosanitary standards. That's the kind of posh term for food and agriculture exports. But there's a very good chance that they will do, and of course they used to when Britain was part of the European Union. That stopped. But I think Keir Starmer is looking at hitching Britain back up to those EU standards. And given Trump's comment overnight, that is a decision by Keir Starmer to shift the UK closer to the EU and therefore further away from the US in exactly the sort of thing that in an area that Trump actually cares about.